And we're back. I know, you're asking, why are we at the screen again? And that is because I changed games. It doesn't look like it, but I've changed from F1 2013 to F1 2014 because I installed the 1998 mod for F1 2014 to see if the cars handled a little bit better. And turns out they do. So I decided to switch to F1 2014 to have a little bit of an easier time in controlling the cars. So yeah, it's whack. So for the purposes, I'm forced to take the points, to manually do the points. But it's the hell I chose for myself, so yeah. But outside of that, nothing changes. It's still Lucas Lane as the main protagonist. We're still driving as Williams, and of course, we are going to continue where we left off in Brazil. So, yeah. With all that being said, see you in qualifying. Okay, I was not expecting starting on pole position. But, yeah, looks like it's still going to rain. Lapping on lap 18. So, yeah. Okay. You need to turn on the lights. And we're off in Sao Paulo. And here comes Eddie Irvine on my inside into the Aceto Senna. And we're going to keep the lead. There we go. And we are already pulling away from the Ferraris. Actually, one thing that I want to do is no, not this one, not this one. Abort, abort, there we go. What I wanted to do is, well, not now because this thing is a bit tricky. Fuel and lean mix. Because I had a bad experience with this game in wet weather where I finished the fuel. So, yeah, I'm going to run on lean until conditions clear up. I actually don't remember if this actually has wet to dry transitions. I honestly don't remember. but I think it doesn't. But in any case, that's lap number 1 completed.
Conditions are really poor. Everyone seems to be struggling for grip.
Okay, there we go. Now, as for the actual 1988 Brazilian Grand Prix, it was more of the same from Australia. The McLaren just dominated and everybody else had to scrap for third place. Before the weekend, there was the controversy. I actually forgot to mention that in Australia. Well, that's because I was a bit too busy trying to, you know, not crash the car. But one thing that I forgot to mention is that the McLaren in the race in Australia had a third brake that allowed the drivers to control the brakes of the tires singularly, and that allowed them to get much better traction and exit into the corners. And this was a thing. It was a known thing because it was discovered in 1997, the year before. But of course, after McLaren made a fool out of everybody in Australia, people complained, spearheaded by, I guess I'm not surprising anybody, by Ferrari, and they ended up making the whole thing, the third brake, illegal. And despite the complaints of Ron Dennis, but for all intents and purposes, that did not, even with the ban of the third brake. You have
a 4-second lead over the car behind. 4 seconds.
Jeff, it's almost 5 seconds, buddy. But anyway, but yeah. Even without the third brake, the McLarens, they still the Formula 1 world was still on easy mode for McLaren. Häkkinen and Coulthard dominated. They finished 1-2, and they lapped everybody bar third and fourth. Those being Michael Schumacher in third and Alex Warts in fourth. But they were still a full minute behind the McLarens. So. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm actually going to score another fast lap of the race if we keep it easy. But yeah, that was the 1998 Brazilian Grand Prix in a nutshell. And is this going to be the fast lap of the race? The answer is absolutely. And they think Barrichello retired from the race because, the guy was simply not allowed to have a good race in Brazil. He was always, he was not allowed to actually, he was never allowed to finish the race, as far as I know. Oh, and also, one tiny spoiler, which is not exactly a spoiler for the 1998 season. Schumacher did not score a single pole until the Italian Grand Prix at the very end of the season. So, oh shit, okay. That is to tell you just how fucking good the McLarens were on qualifying pace. But in the meantime, are the Ferraris getting any closer? No, I'm actually getting even faster. So the irony is the fact that I am replicating exactly what Häkkinen did in the real life race, where they pretty much led the race unopposed. But they run V10, so everything was fine, right? Also, one thing that I want to mention is that it's a bit of a spoiler for the next races, specifically Argentina and France, because of course this thing didn't have Buenos Aires nor Magny-Cours. Argentina is being replaced by Sepang, or rather Argentina is being represented by Sepang, while Coda is representing Magny-Cours, and I actually changed the names to the actual name of the tracks because
Watch the situation and keep you informed.
and because of that, I changed the names of the track to, I guess, sort of make them fictional. And but yeah, we'll get there once we get there in the next race. But in the meantime, lap number 6, and I don't think there is. Not the, shit. I generally don't fucking remember if there is what the dredge transitions. I'm pretty sure there was. F1310 had them. That was a voice crack. I'm pretty sure there were. Now I don't remember if the race actually, if in Grand Prix mode they actually had what the dredge transitions. But yeah, oh, and also Frentzen finished 5th, I believe, in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, yeah. Ooh, fast lap of the race. We are on pace for the fast lap of the race again. And yes, I may have to change difficulty for the race in Argentina. Now I'm aware that okay, yeah, that was a full second faster than my previous fastest lap. Now I'm aware that in those days the AI wasn't that great, even the harder difficulties, but still. Yeah, and as I stated, I'm playing it pretty accurately to what happened at the race.
Tyre temperatures are in the optimal range. The conditions are matching the tyres.
Okay, thanks for that, Jeff. But yeah, almost 10 seconds from Irvine. Okay. Hey. Okay, very nice. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure all the mods from 1980 up until 2007 are in for F1 2014. Like, the only mods I can think of there are in 2013, as far as I know, is 1976, and that's basically it. Because all of them actually have been converted to 1980 to F1 2014. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, now we are 10 seconds. Actually, we might have a battle for second place between Irvine and Schumacher. If the distances are anything to go by. In the meantime, we are on... oh, I think it stopped raining. Oh shit, I think it stopped raining. I'm not seeing any... I'm not seeing any rain droplets. I'm not seeing any rain, so maybe it stopped raining. Actually, let me check. Is that a confirmation? Yes, it is. Oh, shit! Okay. That was a bit dramatic, but there we go. So, we are indeed going to make a change for dry tires, unless it rains again. Yeah, it's not raining again. Yeah, it's not raining anymore, so yeah, there we go. Okay, lap number 9. And that effectively means... of course I have to manually do it myself because this is still before the automatic MFD options, so... chances are I might have him to...
12-second gap to the car behind. 12 seconds.
okay. So I definitely would have to... so I... never mind. Ooh, okay, 1.3 seconds. So yeah, the track is getting a little bit more drier now. I think also in that day, they didn't have intermediate tires, something like that. Yeah, 1.21.5. And I take this the Esto Senna pretty poorly. Also, I'm pretty sure there was no intermediate tires back then. It was full wets, and it was and that was just it for tires and for wet tires in that period, just full wets. But yeah, in the meantime, we're about to approach some lapped cars. Also, for the point system, I forgot to mention this one. I'm going to stick with the current point system, so top 10, instead of using the real life one, because I mean the first race had those points, so we're gonna keep at least some sort of consistency. But in the meantime, yeah, that was actually terrible. 1.3 seconds slower than my best lap. Although I say this, but the droplets on the screen aren't going anywhere. Although, no, there's still definitely there's definitely crowded.
Be aware you've got a reserve of fuel and can afford to use more to up your pace if you feel it's needed.
Shut up, Jeff. I'm doing just fine with what I have.
Recommend you switch over to intermediates next time you pit. The current tyre you're running on is struggling for grip in these conditions.
Do I really want to?
You're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
Okay, let me check my next time. If it's like stupidly if it's like stupidly massive, then yes, I will do what you say. Although it feels they're definitely going a little bit slower now. Let me check. Nope. You know what? Fine, I'll do what you end up the next lap. Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Cars in the pits right now. Watch out for cars exiting.
Okay, no, they're pitting. People are pitting. Okay, yeah, I have to do it now. Never mind that you're right. Okay.
Intermediate tyres confirmed.
Alright, so we're going to pit next time by.
There's a group of slower cars just ahead of you.
And let's see, who is this? That's a Stewart. That's a Stewart, and I see an Arrows up next. And that's Rubens Barrichello. Oh, shit! Are you doing much better than he's actually doing in real life, considering that, you know, he's actually still racing? Okay, yeah, the tires are not good anymore. Hey! Okay, yeah, he's right. Jeff is right. I need to change the tires now.
There's enough fuel to run in high mix mode if you feel you need it. Turn fuel to rich. Fuel to rich.
Yeah, okay, I need to pit, so there we go. We're actually going to pit this lap.
You're coming up to a lapped car. Be careful.
Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, boys, make it quick.
Go.
3.7 seconds. And I should have
Traffic at the pit exit. Watch out as you rejoin the track.
still enough gap from Irvine. But I'm pretty sure that's because I actually got a lap higher, like a lap more than Irvine did.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tires.
I mean, that's what you're saying, but she could actually get back into dries. But in the case, that's Minardi, I want to say. Yes, it's a Minardi, and that is Esteban Tuero. As I stated in his only Formula 1 season. There we go. I believe after Tuero left Formula 1, he kept racing returned to racing in Argentina in Turismo Carretera, I believe. Fontana did, definitely. After 1987, he just returned to Argentina. But Tuero, yeah, I believe he just returned to racing in Turismo Carretera. To which, by the way, Agustin Canapino, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but yeah, Canapino won the championship this year and the last year actually, because we're in 2026 now.
Mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to Ridge.
And yeah, the guy, Eddie Irvine, the fast lap of the race by full 4/10.
Traffic ahead. Stay alert.
And that's the other Minardi, that's Nakano. Also in his... No, we're talking about. He raced in 1987 for Prost. Never mind. In his last Formula 1 season, full Formula 1 season. Shinji, please! Go away, thank you. But yeah, as I was trying to say, Canapino won last year's Turismo Carretera Championship, and the guy just straight up dominated it like nothing. Like, it's actually not so just fast how dominant that guy was. And I mentioned this in the meantime, we got the fast lap of the race back from Irvine.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
And I say this because after that whole mess in IndyCar...
Behind, mix 2 and 3 are available.
Shut up about the fuel, Jeff. God! And, okay, now it's a battle between me and Irvine for the fast lap of the race. But, to complete what I was saying, after the whole mess that happened in IndyCar, I thought, next year is truly in the Prost, I thought, this guy's probably gonna be washed because of just how mentally traumatic was the experience in IndyCar. Now I was going to mention that fucker caused. I know somebody's going to mention. Yeah, but what about Kalamailot or the other guy that the Argentina fans wanted the head of? I think it was Dixon, Scott Dixon. But still, I thought that whole thing probably sucked away. The whole thing, the whole situation in IndyCar probably just sucked away all of his talent. To the point that even he will be even good in TC in Turismo Carretera, but turns out he wasn't. He's still pretty good, so yeah. Also, it's, yeah, as I said, it's a battle between me and Irvine for fastest laps. Eddie, what are you doing? This isn't 1999. You're not supposed to be good. Anytime there's the Tyrrell. And please tell me that's Rosset. Oh, talk about somebody who
Slow-moving cars. Try to pass them quickly.
talk about some reject driver. There we go past Ricardo Tosser Rosset. And I believe that's another Prost. No, that's the that's the Prost Panis. Another fast lap of the race. So the reason why Tosser is, I mean, Ricardo Rosset's 1998 season is stuff of legends. I mean, the guy failed to qualify 4 times and famously lodged this car at Monaco into the in the barriers. If I remember correctly, he spun, and in an attempt to correct himself, he lodged the car. He lodged this car in the middle of the barriers, and he acted like in the meantime there was Barrichello again, the other Brazilian, and he acted like he had just lost the championship. To which, yeah, I would act like this if I actually did something ridiculously stupid. But also somewhat sad because by that point Tyrrell had already been bought by by British American Tobacco, and eventually become BAR in 1999. So it was owned by Craig Pollock, and basically Rosset was legitimately not wanted by Tyrrell, because he was hired purely because of the money, but Ken Tyrrell wanted to keep Verstappen, Jos Verstappen, and because of that he quit on the he quit the team in anger. And the Tosser thing was and the Monaco accident is the source of is the origin story of the nickname Tosser, because the team had swapped the letters on his scooter from his surname from Rosset to Tosser. So, yeah. And as you would expect, this was the last season of Tosser in Formula 1. In the meantime, yes, the track is getting drier. So, when you're gonna tell me that I need to pit for dries there, Jeff? Okay, the droplets are gone. Not a fast lap of the race. And I believe that's there's like I want to say that's the other Tyrrell of Toru Takagi, to say. Yes, that's a Tyrrell. I see the black, it's a Tyrrell, that's Takagi. Toru Takagi, who lasted more than one season. He ran for Arrows in 1999 in the T- days. Yes, that's Takagi. And following it's it's a Sauber. Of course, I don't know if that's Alesi or Herbert. Okay, that's Toru Takagi. Shout out to that clip from 1997 when he was racing in Formula Nippon, Super Formula now, where he spun and the commentator went absolutely crazy. In the meantime, that's Johnny Herbert. The camera cut. The camera cut on an onboard of Takagi afterward he spun out, and the commentator goes, "Ah, Takagi Taradosuke!" You should check that out. That's actually fucking hilarious. Oh god. In the meantime, we are far away from another bunch of lap cars. Same screen will eventually be said by all of Ferrari and all the first Japanese fans after Suzuka. But yeah, that's another story. In the meantime, yeah, we're getting fast lap after fast lap after fastest lap. Yeah, when are you gonna tell me to pit, Jeff? Okay, qualifier is up to 4th. I actually never noticed 4th place up until now. Actually, let me check the tires. Wow, they're actually pretty good. But yeah, that's that should be. Wait, who fucking Magnussen. I think that's Verstappen, actually. I want to say that's Verstappen and now Magnussen. I think that's Verstappen, I want to say. And then that's Lacey in the Sauber right next to him. And one of the arrows. Yep, that's Verstappen. Not... Chaos, please. There we go. Next up, that's Lacey. And through he goes. Next up, it's an actual arrows. Now, if it's Salo or Deniz, I don't know.
You have a 29-second advantage over the car behind. 29 seconds.
Yeah. And it's, I think it's Salo, so... Okay, you know what? I'll do it right now. That's Salo. I'm gonna go for soft fuck it.
Pit crew will ready option tires for your next stop.
And that's Salo. And there's Deniz in the other arrows, but definitely we're not gonna lap him because we're going to pit. And for once I can say those skid marks are not because of me. And yeah, he's pitting. So am I. Alright, so make it quick, boys. I'm getting hauled up, there we go.
The track is clear. Track is clear.
Alright. And back
Up to speed. Build up some heat into these tires.
back on track. It's actually gonna be pretty hard because, you know, the track is still pretty cold, I would assume. But back on track we are. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm still not too confident in actually switching the fuel mix up to medium right now. I would want to wait until the track is a little bit more dry. There's still some patches of water, so... you know what? I'm going to change fuel at the next straight.
Look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
Okay, there we go. Okay. 12 laps to go. No, 13 laps to go, sorry. And we're gonna lap Deniz, the last remaining Brazilian. Unless there's somebody else, but I think that's Deniz, Rosset, and Barrichello. So that should be all of them for Brazilians. Okay. Coulthard fast lap of the race. Okay, they're DC. But guess what? We are faster. Now Hakkinen fast lap of the race. But do I beat them? And the answer is going to be a resounding absolutely. There we go, fast lap of the race, 1.15.9.
Lap of the race. Keep that up.
12 to go. And looks like we're about to go even faster. Yeah, one thing that I still don't like is the fact that they kept the fucking earthquake camera when running into the curbs. And I'm pretty sure there's no thing that makes it stop, so that's gonna be annoying. Yep, going 1 second faster than my time. And remember, I need to...
Keep warming the tires.
And again, I need to say this. Yeah, they're... Ooh, even better than I thought. And again, I need people to... I need to remind you people again. This was normal back in those days. Formula 1 back in the 80s and in the 90s and 2000s was not the IndyCar slugfest everybody says it was. This was normal. One car dominating and the rest having to just watch. So this dominant spell is 100% accurate. Meantime, there's Alex Warts, doing a hell of a lot worse than he did in the real race. Of course, he's not gonna still get points in this point system that we have, but still. Past him. The second best Austrian driver in Formula 1 history by virtue of the fact that... No, wait, I'm talking about the oh, there's Nakano! Now the third best driver because Jochen Rindt and Niki Lauda exists. Because, I mean, Lauda exists, I remember Lauda exists, but I forgot about Jochen Rindt. And the guy is the champion, so he's by default the second best Austrian driver in Formula 1 history. And Wurz is third, virtually because the other driver is Christian Klein. So, yeah. And the other two are not Christian Klein and Patrick Friesacker. I'm pretty sure you don't. I'm pretty sure nobody. Ooh, there's Damon Hill. By the way, if the wheel had picked Jordan, I definitely would have replaced Hill, because yeah, by that point Hill was getting pretty tired of Formula One. By 1999, he was just done. There we go. Even with the win in, I guess the win in Spa actually did. The winner's bet decided to make it continue for another year, but yeah, after, but not by much. Okay. I'm actually going to do the same thing that Hakkinen and Coulthard did. Pass Twitter again. 40 seconds with 9 laps to go. There's Villeneuve up next. And that's Ralf Schumacher and Fisichella. And the other Benetton. Yoi! Okay. Okay.
Your rear tires look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
Come on, Shaq, don't make this harder than it needs to be. There we go. As they go past Trulli again, there's Ralf Schumacher and Fisichella. Hey! Okay. And at this point, it's just the McLarens and the Ferraris. Yeah. It's just the McLarens and the Ferrari that are left to be lapped.
Tire temperatures are looking really good.
Okay. Okay, 7 to go. And looks like we're going to lap Nakano once again. No, wait. Nakano just already lapped him. I mean Panis. And there we go.
We have a 45-second gap to the car behind. We can ease off a little.
Nope, I'm not gonna do that because I want to replicate Hakkinen. Hey. Okay, 5/10, which is of course better than my the last lap, but still. Okay, now never mind. Fast lap of the race. Never mind. I was lying. There's I want to say Rosted again. Actually, Lamar tires? Yeah, I'm at this point we should be pretty much good to go. And yeah, that is Rosted again. I saw the helmet. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that's one of the McLarens. I want to say that's Hakkinen. Again, I see the helmet. That's Hakkinen. As looks like we're going to have another fastest lap, potentially even going under the 114s. Never mind. But we gone past. Is it Hakkinen? Yes, it is Hakkinen. Yeah, it is Hakkinen because next up is Coulthard. Okay. But he's there, so... Of course he's trying, I will assume he's trying his best to not get embarrassed. And that's Takagi. There we go. We're past Takagi. And I actually have no idea how far we are from Coulthard. 4 laps to go in the meantime. But yeah, next race is going to be in Argentina, and as I stated, we're going to race at Sepang, which is also the reason why I'm doing this I'm taking the years as standalone, because yeah, good luck explaining why does the random track in Argentina looks and feels exactly like Sepang. There we go. Past Barrichello, let's say. Yep, there we go. Alright then. And another fast lap of the race, almost in the 114s. But yeah, free to go. And I believe that's Coulthard. And it is, yes, it's Coulthard. Can I lap him in 3 laps? When we actually potentially go under the 114s. Past DC and ooh, yeah. There we go. That was easy.
You've got a lead of around a minute over the next car.
Yeah, at this point we have done even better than Hakkinen and Coulthard. So, no, don't tell me we're actually gonna be even faster. Okay. Yeah, we're a minute ahead of Irvine. And yes, again, I will increase difficulty for the next race. But in the meantime, let me have this as we...
Okay, we have a big gap over the car behind. Look after the car. We don't need to be going this quick.
You shut up, Jeff. As we go... Final lap. 1 lap to go for us. And that's... Oh, Christ, what is it? Oh, it's a Sauber. With Johnny Herbert again. And yes, it is Herbert. In his last two... No, he did 2000 as well, I think. Did he? Yeah, he did 2000 with Stewart and then retired, I think. But in the meantime... Oh, there's Michael Schumacher, but we're not going to be able to lap him. But it doesn't matter. We dominated the race from start to finish. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Great job. Great job. What a win.
Now, of course, nobody's been able to go... Whatever. Just ignore the past laps. But anyway, we win at Brazil. Second is Eddie Irvine. Michael Schumacher is in third. Then it's David Coulthard, Mika Hakkinen, Giancarlo Fisichella, Jacques Villeneuve, Ralf Schumacher, Damon Hill, and Alexander Wurz rounding up the top 10. And, of course, Shinji Nakano wins the last car for the race. Just like, no, even better than Hakkinen did in the real race. We lapped off about 2 cars. Now, of course, not excluding us. And, yeah, now, because of me changing the games, I have to take the points and then do the calculations separately. So, see you in a bit. And thus, we are now the leaders of the championship. Second is Hakkinen, 5 points behind. Third is David Coulthard with 30. Then is Eddie Irvine, Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher is on the board. Fisichella and Damon Hill tied with 12. Ralf Schumacher in 9th. Alex Wurz with 10, is in 10th. And Jean Alesi is in 11th with just 1 point scored. But yeah, as we stated, the next race is going to be in Argentina. So let's see what's going to happen. But for this video, this is going to be it. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get the next video drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.